So tonight I want to talk to you about literacy. But before I do, there's somebody I'd like you to meet. Since North Shore opened in 1963, there have only been 3 choir directors until this year. Paul Harrison from 1963 to 1984, me from 1985 to 2000, and Enrique Collazo from 2000 until 2022. And now we have somebody who's going to lead us for decades to come.
So my name's Anthony Rodriguez. I'm the new head choir director here at North Shore Senior High. I am North Shore. I grew up in Cloverleaf. I went to Cloverleaf Elementary to Cobb, and then I went through North Shore Middle School where I was actually in band with Mr. Hampton. And then I got to high school and I joined choir under the direction of Enrique Collazo. And I had a great time. It left a huge impression on me. I participated in all the pop shows, all the solo and ensemble events in region, and I eventually was an all-state member my senior year in high school. And through that experience, I realized that I wanted to become a choral director.
When I speak about literacy, many of you will think I'm talking about reading and writing in English. But I'm talking about musical literacy this evening. Musical literacy is where our students take a piece of music and read in 3 different languages to interpret that music. They're creating pitch, they're recreating rhythm, and understanding all of the Italian terms, sforzando, diminuendo, poco a poco, all at the same time to recreate music that a composer has set. So tonight, let's look at how one of our programs is teaching musical literacy and the assessment they're using to hold all students accountable and increase their musical literacy.
1, 2, ready. Kus, kil, piab, su, re, ma. So why is music literacy important to the choral tradition and specifically our choral program? A lot of what we do in choir, from the audience's point of view, seems very easy. But what makes us stellar musicians is the sight reading process, and specifically music literacy, and being able to read all those spots and notation and weird symbols that are on the page of music that these students are put in front of. So it's very important. Early on in my career, I realized that a lot of the sight reading that we lead in everyday rehearsals is done so in a group effort, but not so much as an individualistic idea.
My experience with sight reading at UAL has been like a journey, because I started off my sophomore year not knowing anything about sight reading. And then the level up system had just come around, and I learned how to sight read within a year, which is insane.
So here at North Shore, we use what is known as a level up system. And it was created before my time by my predecessors, and it is an amazing system. It's a system that I actually adopted at my very own program in my past years of teaching, and I modified it in a way, and now I'm back at North Shore where it was created, and it's thriving. This system relies on a series of 5 sight reading resources that we use, and the kids gradually level up in a systematic process that allows them to gain the utmost knowledge in music literacy. And they leave the program better sight readers and better musicians for it. Measure 17, okay? All right, here we go. We're starting from the very beginning. We're chanting. Everybody's on do, but the tenor's on me. Here we go. 1, 2, you're pulsing, right? 1, 2, and ready, and chant.
First of all, in choir, they teach us how to read like solfege, do solfege, and dynamics, and pitches, and everything. So for sight reading, it's a process where we basically audiate, we read, we have a acronym, CASES, which is where C, we chant, then we S, then we A, we audiate, S, we sing, E, we evaluate, and then S, we sing again. So it's that's basically the process as a whole. it's something, it helps you think about it more because you can't just like sing.
Sight reading basically made me a better singer because you have to sight read in the pre-area and area levels of the all-state process. So not only does it make you a better singer in the entire choir, it also helps you whenever you need to go audition other places where they tell you, here's a piece of music, read it. And something else that they tell us to do when we're sight reading is to just sing it like it's a normal piece of music, because if you can see something that you've just gone and you can automatically go into the mindset of how can you be musical with this, what phrases can you add, then that really takes your musicianship as a whole to the next level no matter what you do. If you keep on doing choir or you go into a different music thing, then it's going to stay with you the entire time.
Here we go, 24 again. 1, 2, ready. They also learn how to read music in a way that not just helps them for the UIL competition, but also allows them to be independent readers so that in the future they could pick up a piece of music and they can do anything they want with it. They can read any part they want, and they can understand what they're truly looking at. They are more than prepared for the UIL process. They actually have levels 1 through 10, and the UIL process will probably only be at a level 5 or a 6, but many of our students are level 10s, which means that they can read some of the hardest pieces of literature that can ever be handed to them. And so this process allows for not just musical independence, but music literacy to be refined to the highest degree.
Through each pieces, you start to form a bond with the music, and you start to prone into your own personal experience with these music. So it not only ties in a personal aspect, but it makes you really feel the music. So while performing, you're not only proud of what you're performing, but you really resonate with it. You grow as a performer and as a person.
So how does the level up process work? There's 5 books that we use. Book 1 is levels 1 and 2, and then book 2 is levels 3 and 4, and so on and so forth. So each book has 2 levels to it, and there's 5 books in total. A student, we will start level 1 all together as a class and sing through many level 1 examples. When they come up to the director alone, we randomly choose an example from the book that they are given 30 seconds to study. And at that 30 seconds, we give them a pitch, we give them their tonic triad specifically, and they will read the example. Here at North Shore, we expect perfection and the utmost excellence in musicality and music. And so if it is not perfect, they are sent to rework the example and to eventually come back and sight read it perfectly. So that's how it works for every level. Once they become a level 8, they are allowed to sight read other students. So a level 8 student can level up a level 1, a level 2, a level 3, all the way up to level 8. And once you make it to 8, you are able to level up others. And then when you make it to 9 and 10, you must be leveled up by a director solely, so that we make sure, for transparency reasons, everybody did what they were supposed to do. Each student, once they level up, they are given a level up sheet that they will slip in the front of their binder, and this lets us know when we look at the choir who's leveled up and who hasn't, and it directly correlates to the UIL sight reading session that you'll even see in today's meeting. When we look up usually the weaker sections, when we look at their sight reading levels, they're usually the lowest in levels. So this allows us to pinpoint exactly where the errors are occurring in the music. So the level up process is not just for a group solution, but it's an individual solution, which is the only way music is refined.
Thank you so much for exploring musical literacy with us this evening. And now I would invite the board and cabinet members to take a seat in the audience and enjoy a quick performance by the North Shore Senior High School Chorale under the direction of Anthony Rodriguez. in the evaluation process, one of the adjudicators would ask them, has any student member of this organization read, rehearsed, or performed this piece prior to today's evaluation?
No, sir.
You may begin when your director asks you to open your music.
All right, great work. Here we go. Open your music. We are in the E flat. We're in the E flat. Mason start on go. Tenor start on me. Also start on go. Drums on go. Here we go. We're chanting strong. Okay. And chant.
reading or what they do every day. And we start this teaching in kindergarten and go all the way through senior high school, not just in choir, but in band as well.
I'll just say that was amazing. I'm speechless, and your voice is unbelievable. Just keep it up. I'm so proud of you. Thank you.
So they use those skills to do what they're going to do for you now. Sing.
That's all right. Just so I'm not. Go ahead. Thank you. It's good to meet all of you for the first time, by the way. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for accepting me back to the district. It's nice to be back home. So thank you.